Well, hello. I would say good morning, but it's actually almost 6 o'clock at night. Look at my hair. I got really kind of busy today. It's time for a haircut. When it starts going over my ears like that, it's time for a haircut. Fix myself up so I can look presentable. It takes a little bit more work than that to do it, that's for sure. But today is Tuesday, January 5th. If you saw earlier, my son Jimmy came over and we did a tag, so that worked out. It's nice that I can see Jimmy. Jimmy does the COVID testing on his job. He's in construction, so they get tested every couple days. I think he's on a government job. I think that's why. I don't know. Anyway, he gets tested. He's in charge of being the tester. But we do have a birthday today. Today is Lucinda Lauth, L-A-U-T-H, Lauth. It's Lucinda's birthday, no matter what. Any way you say it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lucinda. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, hope you have a great day. I noticed that I've scratched my nose a lot lately. I don't know why. As soon as they tell you don't touch your face, have you noticed this past year how much you touched your face? I never realized I touched my face so much. I had a really boring day today. Well, not too boring, but boring enough. Jim and I watched, what did we watch? We taped it last night. Oh, Magnolia Table with Joanna Gaines. Oh my gosh, she loves the butter. Let me tell you, she made Bavakia. It looked delicious. With phyllo dough and nuts and butter. It looked delicious. Didn't look the least bit dietetic, but I've never had it. Jim has had it because he has a friend at his shooting club that his wife makes it all the time, and he brings it in when they have their archery leagues. He's kind of bummed because they haven't had any leagues since COVID outbreak, because most of the shooting thing I thought was outside, but they're not, like, they can't be physically distant, 6 feet apart or something. I know that the archery was in the barn, and they're definitely not doing that, but so he's kind of lost without that. But then she made, which I think I'm going to try to do, I know I could make it with ground turkey. I'll eat ground turkey. I'm not a really big fan of ground turkey, but I'll eat it. But she made, like, it was with ground beef she made it with. She made ground beef and cheddar cheese and hashed brown potatoes and a little bit of onion. And then she rolled out some like biscuits that you get, like the Pillsbury biscuit. And she rolled them out, and then she put the mixture in there, rolled it up, and baked it. Now that looked good. I could make that Weight Watcher friendly, and even Jim said that looked good. So I might make that one day. I don't know. I have to figure it out in the calculator to see how many points it was, but that one looked good. And then she made the green bean almonds, Florentine or whatever. That looked good too. Jim wouldn't eat that. It's green. Jim doesn't eat green vegetables. Jim don't eat anything green. One time we went to the Olive Garden and they brought him some spaghetti, tricolor spaghetti, and it had green spaghetti. He sent it back. I said, Jim, it's just the food coloring. Although I know it was probably made from spinach pasta, but I was trying to get some vegetables down them, so I told him it was just the food coloring. He still wouldn't eat it. But they took it back, no problem. They didn't have a problem with that. Because they had just went to set it down. He said, oh, you can take that away. I mean, he didn't put a fork or nothing on it. He didn't breathe on it or anything. He said, I didn't realize that tricolor meant green too. So, but it was good. I kept mine. It was really good. And then what else did she make that I really wasn't a big fan of? She made something else. Oh, she made some cranberries with orange juice and honey and butter, of course. And she put a cinnamon stick in it. It was really good. Anyway, we watched that. And I said, she comes up with a couple more recipes. I might buy her book and then just try to Weight Watcher it up a little bit. Because I think she has a website, now that I'm thinking about it. I think there's a website that I can go to, that I'll go on that and do that. So anyway, we watched that, and then Jimmy came over and we did the tag. Balanced my checkbook. Exciting. And it actually balanced right to the penny, which is pretty good for me, I'm telling you. I used to just put like round it off, and then just so I always had extra money in there. So like if I wrote a check for something like for $27.03, I just put $28 because it was easier to subtract. So I really was making 97 cents. And then for some reason somebody told me that wasn't a smart move. I thought it was because I was coming up with extra money. Because I only have enough money in my checking to cover my stuff because you're not making any money off of it, so why leave it in there? And then what else did I do? Oh, I did a load of laundry. So it was just, I know that light's not the most flattering light. It reminds me when we were watching, well, not I was, Jimmy didn't watch it. He watches it at home. Kim, a girl on her phone, and she was complaining about the light. It does look like there's a light shining right on top of my head. But otherwise, it'd be too dark in here because it gets dark in Michigan really quick. Especially in Michigan, January is known as a cloudy month, and January is like the worst month for depression, I think, in Michigan because it's just so dreary. It's just so, I can't go for my walk because it's like icy, and because I told you the cold doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me in the least, not in the least. And I got like 3 hats for Christmas, and I got 3 pair of mittens, and I got a pair of gloves. I'm all set. I'm just waiting for the ice to kind of go away so I can go for my walks. Really haven't been walking that much in the house. I've been trying to get up and move a little bit more, not sit around so much, but I miss my walks, I'll have to admit. I got an email from Patty Casey. Patty, please, please, please don't ever think you're being a pain. She says, I hate to be a pest, but I have another question for you. Anytime you guys have any questions, if you don't want to put them in the comments below, you can always email me. My email is in the description box down below. It's scaricos39@gmail.com. It helps me come up with subjects to talk about. And if you've watched my channel a while, you know I'm pretty much an open book. There's not really that much that I keep to myself. I'm pretty open as far as things that I talk about. But she wanted to know why I eat so late. One of the reasons I eat so late is because I get up so late. I very rarely get to bed before 2 o'clock in the morning, and I very rarely get my butt out of bed before 9 or 9:30. I usually wake up around 8:30, but then I read news feeds on my phone laying in bed, and then I play some games on my phone and check my emails and things like answer my comments. So I very rarely get my big old butt out of bed before 10. And then I get up and take my shower, take my medications. And I like to drink at least 32 to 50 ounces of water before I eat my first meal. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm really not that hungry. I never have been a breakfast eater. Breakfast is my least favorite meal of the day. If we're going to go out to eat, that's going to be the last meal I'm going to choose to eat out because unless we're going to the Pancake House, because I love going to the Pancake House, which I haven't been to the Pancake House in 10 months. But no. When my cousin Lynn comes from Toronto, we usually always go to this place that David used to work at. David's a short order cook there as a side job because he's a carpenter apprentice right now. He did go back to work today, so he was happy about that because he's been off he was working, and then he went back to work, and then he was off of work again, and then he went back to work for a little bit, and then he was off again, and now he's back to work again. But through the whole time that he wasn't working, he was working at this restaurant where he originally got his very first job, where he was a busboy, and so he's a short order cook like 2 days a week. Now that the restaurant is now doing the carryouts, and this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. From what I've heard, Ange over at Smack Vision, she's a server. And I know that they're doing that at the restaurants around here when they were open, was that they have plexiglass around the booths. They're sitting them at every other booth. They have a paper menu. They serve on disposable plates, and they give them disposable dinnerware. I was going to say silverware, but it's not silverware, it's dinnerware. And yet a gym will be open where people are like sweating and breathing hard, and I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand. And I think that they've proven that the restaurants have the lowest exposure to COVID. And they take your, not that everybody gives them the right phone number, but they take your phone number in case there's an outbreak so that they can get in contact with you, but they don't do that at the gyms. So that, I don't understand the logic on that. Like I said, I am not going to eat out at a restaurant until it's safer. And I just told you it's safe, but it's just my mind. It's just the way my mind goes that I don't feel it's that safe yet. But it shouldn't deprive the people that are working there trying to make some money and from being open. But anyway, so getting back to why I eat so late, it's because I stay up so late. So I like to eat my breakfast like around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I eat my dinner right around 4, or my lunch rather, right around 4, and then I usually eat my dinner between 7 and 8. If I was going to bed like at 10 or 11 o'clock, granted I would eat my dinner a lot earlier than that, but I'm up for another 6 or 7 hours after that, so I have plenty of time for my food to digest. But it has been working for me in the past when I don't go crazy and go off plan. And what I pride myself on the fact is that I never give up. I know this is going to take a long time. I was so hoping that by my 4-year anniversary of joining WW that, you know, I would at least reach a couple of my goals, at least be in Wonderland. It didn't come to pass, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give up. And I really think that the longer you wait for anything, the more you appreciate it. And I really do think that, I mean, now they're talking about probably in the fall, which still seems so far away, 9 months away. But in one regard, if I think about, we've been closed down since March, which was like 9-10 months ago. It dragged in some senses, but in other senses, in another sense, it just seems like it went by pretty quick. But, you know, I just think that I'm going to appreciate everything I can do all that much more in the fall. And I think that's true of anything in life. It's the longer you wait for it, especially like when you're a child and you're waiting for Christmas. The anticipation is so great. It's just like just the wait until it. And even me as giving away my gifts and stuff for people, the anticipation of, well, are they going to like it? Are they going to like it? And then Christmas comes and it just seems like such a letdown that, you know, like you anticipated all that time. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen when I reach my goal. I don't want to be feeling like I waited for this. Is that all there is? Is that all there is? I won't sing. Anyway, so I don't have a problem waiting. I'm not the most patient person in the world. You guys know that about me. I am not the least bit patient, but some things you just got to have a little bit of patience for, and reaching my goal, I guess, is going to be one of those things that I'm going to have to be a little bit more patient with. But never giving up, never. It's never going to happen. I'm going to get there slowly but surely. It may take me another 4 or 5 years, but in the meantime, I'm eating healthy. I'm feeling good. I'm able to move around a lot better than I could when I was heavier, like 85, 90 pounds ago. So it has nothing but benefits. It doesn't have any downside to it. Okay, I'm going to end it now because obviously I waited till the last minute to record my opening. But I'll show you my food. So far I have eaten breakfast and I have eaten lunch. It is 6 o'clock and, well, no, it's 5:45. But I still have another hour before dinner. I have no idea. I was going to have a baked piece of chicken with some sweet potatoes and a squash, but I'm kind of full for my lunch. So I don't know what I'm going to have. So you might only see a breakfast and lunch, and then for my dinner I'm probably just going to have an apple or maybe an apple and a banana, because the banana for breakfast, if you follow me, you know I like a green banana. I don't like a ripe banana. And the banana was a little too ripe, so I don't think I took but 2 bites of the banana. So I might have a banana and an apple for my dinner. I'm not going to have a vegetable, so what can I have? Because I told you I'm having a vegetable at every meal. And maybe I'll have a half of a cucumber, because I have a half of what is it called? Previews. I had a cucumber for lunch. I ate half of a cucumber, so maybe I'll eat the other half of the cucumber for my dinner. Odd combo. I know, odd combo. But that's what I'm going to do. So, okay, if you're new to my channel, like, comment, subscribe, share. Stay safe. Always, always believe in yourself and believe in your journey and know you're going to do it. So, let's take a peek at what I had to eat today. Okay, breakfast today. Today is Tuesday, January 5th, start of my day with a prayer. My quote is, "Every moment is a fresh beginning. Life is not about expecting, hoping, and wishing. It's about doing, being, and becoming." It's a 9-point breakfast. I get 23 points on the blue plan, 0 for my egg, my strawberries, my banana, my grapefruit, and my tea, 1 point for my V8 juice, which is my vegetable, 4 points for a half of a Lender's bagel, 1 point for a Laughing Cow cheese, and 3 points for my center cut bacon. I still have 14 points left for lunch and dinner. For lunch, we're going to have some cottage cheese and vegetables and an egg and a granola bar. Now it's got a shadow going on. 7-point lunch, 3 points for my half a cup of cottage cheese, 0 for my cup of tea, my egg, my pineapple, my cucumber, and my tomato, and 4 points for my granola bar. I have 7 points left for dinner.